Okay, friends, today's video is going to be hopefully as much of a mental conditioning video for me as it is maybe for you. Maybe it ends up being just for me. But a unique struggle, and it's a good struggle that my wife and I see us having around the house, is so our kids are 13 and 9. Oh, man. That 13-year-old, love her. She's a freaking rock star, but man. Oh, I just love her. She's wonderful. So is the 9-year-old. Okay, so I've talked in previous videos about some of my wife and I's strategies. Far from perfect, but it's a strategy. And how we love to give our kids a voice. We have a contract in the family. Everybody has a voice. Every single person gets to sit and have their voice be heard without being interrupted. As long as you stay calm, cool, and collected. I've always said, you can prove a lot of points and get a lot of people listening to you if you do it in a way where people want to stay in the conversation and listen to you. Now, the kids, that's part of the story. The kids have problems staying calm, cool, and collected sometime. But the main reason for the message today, I think, is us as parents finding a healthy balance in being good managers of our kiddos. We really are we're their supervisor, we're their manager for 18 years, and we want to do it in a way. The analogy that I like to create is when we're building a foundation for our house. You guys have heard me say this before. During that process, we put a lot of rebar. We tie a lot of steel, it's called, and that foundation dries in a couple days, and it is crazy strong. Well, with our kiddos, and I love this analogy, with our kiddos, that's an 18-year, that foundation is curing for 18 years, and we're able to constantly shove rebar in it. So instead of curing for 2 days, it cures over 18 years. Every time we coach them productively in a way that they grasp it, that's another stick of rebar that we put in there. So when that foundation, it's almost formed when they leave the house at 18. If they do leave the house, hopefully they do, and then hopefully they want to come back. That's kind of the magic, right? That you go away, but you love coming back. Woo, man, it is a challenge. So they're both at an age where, man, they just love they want to go to battle with us. They want their say, and they really think that they know it. They know what's right. And we're coaching we were coaching yesterday and this morning on when I was telling the kids, when Amy, the great thing about my wife and I think I should add this in, is we are far from perfect, but 99.9% of the time, if I come at the kids or something and she comes at the kids at something, as long as it's not just radically crazy, which it almost never has been, because we love our kids a lot, we want to serve them, we always support each other. When the kids see us graciously coming at them, and they're like, "Oh, I don't have a way out of this one." They're not coming at me and creating fear and physical harm, but I can just tell, boy, they're lock, stock, and a line with how what they're presenting to me, and I better figure this out, or this ain't gonna go well. That's how we always try to be. So moms and dads out there, as long as what the other party and the other adult in the family is doing is he or she means well, support them. That is so powerful. But so the kids, they like to create bad habits. Maybe it's bad manners at the table, or maybe it's how they talk to us. Well, I know that if you create bad habits, you can't just snap your fingers and you get to your first job. You can't just snap your fingers and say, well, I'm going to be the polar opposite than I was with, around the family. We've got to create those good habits. We have to create morals, ethics, values, respect for others in the house. And so we're really working on right now about practicing good habits, good structure, good morals, ethics, values, respect, something as simple as how to sit at the dinner table and eat, without hiking your foot up and elbows all over the table and talking with your mouth full, all those things, basic stuff. And so it's going well. I think a key part of the message today is really encouraging moms and dads out there. I know some of you are single parents. mad props to you. This job is twice as hard for you. It's not debatable. I don't know how hard. I can't speak for it. I can only imagine, and I'm sure it's at least twice as hard if you're by yourself. But for those of you out there that have a husband or a wife, or there's two of you. There's two adults in the house taking care of those kiddos. Support each other, man. Gosh, it's massive. It fills my heart up. It fills my love tank up when my wife supports me. Even when I know what I did was not perfect, but she could tell I was coming at it from a good place. She supports me, and vice versa. I love y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for, it's a crazy, awesome journey that we're on, raising the next in line. They are the future. They have more time on this beautiful rock left than you and I. So we want to raise them up right. We're far from perfect, but we're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Just wanted to give you guys a shout out. Little fist bump. Can't wait to chest bump you, fist bump you, high five you in person at a festival or something soon. I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be good.